Good evening and welcome to the August 16th meeting of the Board of Selectmen. Everybody rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening and welcome. We do have a public hearing this evening, so we'll open that up for discussion. Waterboro Board of Selectmen will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, August 16th, beginning at 6 p.m. to receive public comment regarding proposed changes to the hours of operation of the transfer station. All public hearings are aired on the local cable TV station, Channel 5 or 1302, and streamed live via the town's website. Comments may be emailed to the board, and we do have a couple of emails here this evening. But the gist of what is the recommendation is that the transfer station hours will change. We're not increasing the amount of hours, but we will still be closed on Monday. Tuesday we will now be open from 12 to 7 p.m. Wednesday we'll also be open 12 to 7 p.m. Thursday we will be closed. Friday from 12 to 5 p.m. Saturday to 9 to 5. And Sunday will be closed. That is the most significant change. So we've moved the Sunday hours to Tuesday, in essence.
I know there's been some, I've heard some talk about it, and some people have mentioned they...
Josh, can you step up, please?
So it was brought to my attention, and they said, you know, what if we closed Tuesday and opened Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, so a 4-day block? Do a Thursday 12 to 7, so Wednesday 12 to 7, Thursday 12 to 7, Friday 12 to 5, Saturday 9 to 5, so you keep the 27. We do not have room in the budget to stretch it any more hours at the time, but so they'll give you you know, 4-day block where you're on. That kind of solves the problem with any of the beginning of the week holidays, you know, and still gives us a couple days, whereas we're open at the same time as the highway, so if they need to borrow a guy or pull 2 guys, say flagging or some project, they still have the opportunity. So that was just, I wanted to bring it up and see what you guys thought.
Can you go over those hours again one more time?
Yeah, so Monday closed,
Yep.
Tuesday closed, Wednesday 12 to 7, Thursday 12 to 7, Friday 12 to 5, Saturday 9 to 5. So instead of putting the hours on Tuesday, we could just put it on Thursday and do a 4 days in a row.
Okay.
So you don't need Thursday to deal with stuff that came in on Tuesdays and Wednesdays? I mean, today you use Monday
Right.
and Tuesday to clean up after the weekend, right?
Yep.
So that's, I mean, ultimately, you know, it's your call, right? I mean, if you think the 4 days in a row might be better than, you know, a break in between,
Yep.
and we'll have that for discussion later. Any other comments?
You could give Terry a chance to catch up on kids.
Right. Yeah. No. If he calls. That was another thing. Could give Terry Monday and Tuesday to run cans and not have to worry about, you know, us being open.
And ultimately, he does that today, right?
Yeah.
Runs cans Monday and Tuesday.
And nothing's open on Sunday for cans, right?
No.
All right.
No, and in fact,
Internal,
Main's closed at 1 o'clock on Saturday.
On Saturday, and that's only the single sort.
Right.
Gotcha.
So we do have two emails that were sent in, one from Amy Beth Lucarelli and one from Nancy Brandt, both supportive of changing the hours. Nancy also recommends that maybe in the future we talk about tying sticker colors to registration colors. Or inspection sticker colors. But I can hand this off to you. But evidently that's how they do it in Lyman, or whatever. So there is somewhat, the two emails that came in were supportive of the change. Like I said, the biggest change is going to be really the closing on Sunday. Any other comments? Comments from the board?
I have a comment. I like the idea of what we're considering, and to me, when we get to that point, I would probably lean more towards closing Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It just keeps the schedule easier for the public as well.
Right. Any comments, Dwayne?
Yeah, no, I agree that Monday and Tuesday should be, or at least Sunday and Monday it should be, but I don't mind the Tuesday either, but I think it will all work out better for the town. Just another comment, and it doesn't really go with the hours, but 2 weeks ago we was talking about maybe sending the dump sticker out with, but I've given that a lot of thought, and it's going to create a lot of extra stickers that don't need to be out there. I'm afraid that somebody's...
As a handout, you're saying?
Yeah, like, even if they pay their taxes, maybe give them the sticker, but wait till they pay the taxes, or, just handing them out with a tax bill, I don't agree with. There's too many complications that go with that.
Any other comments? If not, Dave?
I will just say that Facebook has been positive. I've been seeing some comments under the Facebook posts, and everybody's very supportive of a change like this.
Okay. Thanks for that, Dave. If nothing else, then we can close the public hearing.
So moved.
All those in favor of closing? Okay, we'll move on. Announcements. We do have the Blues Festival that will be this Saturday at Friendship Park, starting at 1. If you want to get a nice place to sit and listen to one of our own kind of jam, you can show up at 12:30. What time do we open? Gates 12. Are open? 12? Yep. Okay. So, the same cost as before, Dave?
It's a little bit more. It's $17.50 advance, $30 at the gate.
So, 30 at the gate.
YorkCountyBluesFest.com for early tickets.
Okay. So that is happening this weekend, and it's historically been a very, very well attended event. We still doing the ballpark, or are we doing?
I'll be facing the regular direction.
Okay. So, all right. So if you've got nothing to do and want to listen to some blues music on Saturday, come on down. We do have a notice that came in from Hospice of Southern Maine on Saturday, September 24th at 6 p.m. They're returning to Daring Oaks, and they're doing Twilight in the park. And if anybody's interested in that information, certainly you can check out our website here, or contact the Hospice of Southern Maine, which is headquartered in Scarborough. So, any other announcements?
I do.
Yep.
I have two young men who are obtaining Eagle Scout rank through the town of Shapley. Braden Peck Parker and Joseph St. Laurent. They're both young men from Shapley who are going to be recognized on Saturday, August 20th at 4 o'clock at Holdsworth Park in Shapley. Both of these young men started their scouting career here in the town of Waterboro under Pac 306 with Dave Fedrizzi as their scoutmaster. Braden is still working here at Camp Laughing Loon in Waterboro, and some of Joseph's achievements are a lot of donated time here and work with the Waterboro Food Pantry. So, if nothing more, congratulations to both Braden and Joseph on obtaining that. And if anybody's interested in going, Saturday, August 20th at 4 o'clock at Holdsworth Park.
And Holdsworth Park is
109
in
in Springfield.
Springfield.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else? All right, let's move on. Additions or deletions to the agenda. We can handle that when we get up to discuss the old business on contract, deputy contract, because we're one short on the board tonight, and Matt is not here. We will defer that to the next meeting. We don't have any appointments. Any public comment? Correspondence, we do have the treasurer's reports that are available. Motor vehicles report, I just mentioned the Hospice of Southern Maine, Twilight Lake in the Park, contract deputy monthly reports for July, and MMA Workman's Comp Good Performance press release. So those are all part of the agenda this evening, or correspondence. And we did receive money back from Workman's Comp, $5,200-ish, and that was because of our, I guess we didn't utilize what was booked into the system for us. So that is returned back. It's run by MMA. So. Reports of staff initiatives, town administrators report. I do have a bit from Matt, and he's off this evening. He met with the DOT folks, and that was Jason and Matt. I'm not sure that resulted in any grand things happening. They have recommended that we look at the village partnership grant program, so we will be poking at that. York County Sheriff's Office contracts, and we'll kind of defer that until the next meeting. There's some just back and forth with the folks at York County Sheriff's Office. We're just trying to clean up some of the language. We are working on a flooring contractor to schedule the installation of new flooring in the lobby, in the hallway, and the customer service floors. It probably is 17, 18, 19. We need to close offices to the public on Monday the 19th. We'll see how that all transpires. The new compactor is being installed as we speak, although I'm not sure that they're working this evening, right?
They went home for the night.
Rat-free?
It will start to. Are they going to be done tomorrow?
If not tomorrow, it'll be very close.
All right. So if you're going to the transfer station tomorrow, use caution, and you will also be deferred to the second or the backup compactor.
We'll
Right.
have caution tape up and
Right.
do the best we can to.
So, and hopefully by the weekend, the new compactor will be up and running, and we'll see what goes on.
A ribbon ceremony.
Yeah, there'll be a ribbon ceremony, all right?
You bring the ribbon and the scissors, buddy.
Bottle of champagne.
Matt's also working with Missy Brandt to explore options with the Community Resilience Partnership Program. May be some beneficial grant opportunities that will be explored in the future. So, unless anybody has any questions, Matt's not here, but we'll move on. Selectmen's reports.
I had a phone call from a citizen concerning crosswalks here in town, specifically on Main Street, down in the South Waterboro area. I know it's a DOT road. In the past, we've done it, and in the past, DOT has done it as well. So she is going to be sending a letter into code enforcement and probably public works as well.
She already has.
What's that?
She already has.
You have it?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you're well ahead of it. I should have known.
I relayed the message to Randy Alien of the paving project that took place last summer that wiped out our crosswalks.
Correct.
And he is looking into where the locations are. I'm going to go out and take some pictures tomorrow of the pedestrian crosswalk signs and kind of give them some real good landmarks, but I just got to tell them
And
the
just
paving project was from 202 towards Alfred.
right, and just for clarification, the pedestrian crosswalk signs, I'm pretty sure DOT put those up, not the town.
Yep.
So it would make sense to me that they'd follow up with actual crosswalks.
Well, DOT is, as I've learned in the last couple of days, has like to push everything onto us. So they told us that we share roads, and when I made a suggestion on what we could do, it was, no, you can't do that, and no, you can't do this. So basically, the only thing that we can do is trim the trees for them, is what I understand. So,
That's awful nice of us.
yeah.
Okay, sounds like you're already on it, so thank you, Jason.
Wayne, anything?
Just a couple comments. I get a couple phone calls that people are enjoying the Friendship Park playground now, and it's unbelievable, I guess, the amount of kids that are down there at night and on the weekends. So, job well done for the crew that did it. I come down by Hospice Lake Sunday morning at about 9 o'clock, and I was amazed. There was just 2 cars in that park. When I come back through about 2 o'clock, we had cars parked everywhere. But it was just amazing Sunday morning, as warm as it was, that there was nobody taking, any boats going in and no pedestrians swimming. So, but the park is being well used, and have had many comments on that.
I think the bees are gone too, aren't they, Dave?
They seem to be,
Yeah. I took the caution tape down today. and
Great.
The dock is being well used. I've had many comments on that. So thank you for everybody that's worked on that, and good job that they've done.
Yeah, I think we talked about, or Matt talked about adding another section or
One
something.
more section to the dock. We've
Right.
ordered some bumpers and some cleats.
Yep.
Those were on back order. So it's kind of just a waiting game.
Yep.
Nice.
But that's the only thing that the boaters are missing right now. So.
Right.
And there's fairly significant rain in the forecast here in the next day or so, so hopefully we can get some of this drought things gone, and I'm sure the lake will react to it as well. So That's all I have, so let's go into new business, discuss vote on proposed changes to the hours at the transfer station. So, what is your pleasure?
I will make a motion to open the transfer station Wednesday 12 to 7, Thursday 12 to 7, Friday 12 to 5, and Saturday 9 to 5. Those set hours,
So they'd be closed on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
yes.
I'll second that.
Okay? Any further discussion?
I just think it's gonna be easier, as I said earlier, schedule-wise and,
Really? only changes one day.
Work-wise, so.
right.
Right.
One day they change it.
Let's try it, and if it's not working, we can revisit it in a year or
Let's say
so.
we can revisit it if this doesn't.
So this would be effective October 1st,
Yes,
right? That's your,
yeah.
in your
Yeah,
motion?
I'll include that in my,
And you okay with that?
I'll second that, yeah, effective October 1st.
Okay? All those in favor? Opposed? So be it. We'll make sure that we let everybody know well in advance and post the hours up at the transfer station. Dave, you can put it on the website, so. All right, item B, discuss vote to approving the leasing of 1 or 2 more ballot boxes.
Oh, I'm gonna come right up here for that. Do you mind? I'm not getting up there.
no, I want you to stand.
You want my opinion of it?
Yes, please.
Okay, so this election in November, I don't think warrants to have an extra ballot box. And I'll tell you why. Because the state will probably only have 1 ballot. We should only have 1 ballot, I
Right.
believe. So either way, we can't do ranked choice voting. So either way, they have to go to one machine and another. That being said, we're gonna have a lot of online registrations because they're pushing them already on the news, and I'm getting absentee ballots constantly every day. And I'm putting them in there. That means we'll be doing those before Election Day. So probably half of what we'll process, we won't have as many people, is what I'm saying, because they'll be doing absentees because it's huge. And then, so we'll have a lot of voters because, you know, it's a gubernatorial, but we won't, I don't think we'll need to have that extra machine. And cost-wise, because I'm sure she's already talked to you about the cost of it, and it wasn't in our budget. So to me, this election doesn't really warrant it. June, it should always warrant it if we could do it in the budget, because we have so many ballots for the town to process, and usually it's still ranked choice, so we have to separate. Because last June, I mean, you could have up to 8 ballots because it was a primary also. So
Right.
and the state ones had to go here and that one, the school one goes in another box, and that can get a little bit sticky, but I don't think we would warrant it cost-wise
So
and people-wise.
in June, all of the, from both parties went into the same
And the state one, yes, the state, that will count all the state ballots, and then all the towns get counted on the other box. And then the
So
schools
in-
get hand counted, so those go in another box,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
I was pushing for this until I talked to Nancy
Yeah,
the other day, and Nancy said the same thing. I was thinking it might save us on overtime and the girls working after midnight most of these elections,
Well-
but it isn't gonna help as long as this ballot that the town creates is not two-sided. If
Well, the
it's
machine will count two-sided ballot,
but it's slower, as Nancy said, but,
It's a little.
yeah.
but we won't hand count
Yeah.
anything. So the machine will count them both. But at the end of the night, what happens with an extra machine too is we have a whole nother tally we have to run electronically and then tally up and do all the tally sheets for the state, if that's how you're gonna, if you would put it on the state level. I mean, will you plan on renting 1 machine or 2? Because remember, now we're splitting. We're gonna have the state box and the town box. So, I mean, for us in June, if we rented an extra 1, I would use it for the town because there's more ballots. Because that would take longer to go in, and if the state only had 1 or 2, then it'd be quicker.
My comment was, or thought was, to speed up the process.
Yeah.
And as far as November goes, it's not gonna speed anything up.
No.
But, yes, we should look at it for your June election.
For June, and then when the presidential comes, when the presidential comes, hopefully we won't have a question at all for the town. So, and that way you can run both machines for the state, so.
We can
that's
also
huge.
budget for it
Yeah.
appropriately for the next,
Oh, yeah,
so.
and that's a big one, but that's my opinion.
But it's not gonna help you out at all, you don't believe, this time in November.
I don't think it warrants the cost and stuff, and I think if you have one ballot or even two, and you have to go to one machine and another, it'll go quick. What happens in June again, you're feeding in 4 town ballots, at least, maybe 5, 2 or 3 for the state on the side, they had 2, I think, yeah. And then your school ballot gets put in another box, and that's where it holds it up. The machine has to count it, and it takes a minute for it to do its little squirrely thing, counting, and go in. So if you got 4, you're standing there and you're waiting. And then you gotta do another one. They go about every 8 to 10 seconds, they said, but still, if you get in a line of
It
people, and you
takes
got
time.
4, and it
You
takes
got
time.
So in June, where we have the multiple sheet
We should
ballot,
know, yeah.
all right, if we had 2 ballot boxes, right, that would speed up the flow.
I think so, for the town, yeah. And, I mean, the state usually only has 1 or 2 ballots, so if you were gonna get an extra one, I would do it for the town and program it that way. Yeah.
The other thing is, we're not sure what the state's gonna run for a box.
We do not
In the year
know.
to come.
We do not know,
They was
'cause-
gonna change them a year ago, and then
Oh.
COVID took, and
Yeah.
so,
Yeah,
you girls are still waiting to see what type of a box.
hopefully they won't change too much. If they do change, they might stay with the same company and so on, so.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Okay.
my opinion.
All right, so we can move on from that. We don't need to take a vote. Discuss and review the foreclosure properties list.
Oh my goodness, I should have stayed up there, huh?
Come on back.
Still in hot seat.
Still not. So I gave you this packet with these maps. This is just a review for you. I don't know if you guys are gonna have a workshop and how you wanna go over all this stuff. So I'll tell you what I did. So the first page, I think, I'm not sure which one I put on top, but is it the RE collections account status?
It is.
Okay, so that one is everybody in our system that says Town of Waterboro. That would include, you know, our town office, the fire department and all that, but also quite a few others. So if you go further in here, you'll see Lake Arrowhead Association. And there's a lot of pieces there that you probably need to look at. I'm not sure what they are, so I mean, I need you to take a peek at them. There's maps too that are all highlighted for you to look at. The last page in that packet, no, the second to the last page, I'm sorry, is also a form from Lake Arrowhead themselves on the piece of the property that they show we owe, that we own, and that we need to, you know, she has this, there's also an email behind there. Her and I have been kind of working back and forth correcting some that are on the bottom that I didn't have that she had. So we cross-reference the rest. So I don't know, I mean, if you want to just go through here and see what you might think about, there's a lot in here. Angela wrote all this blue ink, you'll see she wrote because she knew what all these places were. So she did a lot of work on that also for me. That's the first sheet, that's all in the system as Town of Waterboro. It's been in there for quite a while. I don't know exactly what all these pieces are. You guys, when you look at them, you'll probably know. So,
Well, I think, you know, your suggestion that we have a workshop, because it's going to take
There's a lot of material.
There's a lot of material.
A lot of plowing through this that
Yes.
we need to do.
on the second page is the tax acquired property. And these are two probably, but these were just tax acquired not too long ago. And there's notes in a lot of these. You'll find that I've worked with some of these people and I've wrote some notes as you go through and look at them. There's a mobile home that needs to either be moved by us or the thing, and I got some information from Natalie Burns about that mobile home, how we could go about doing that. That's in here too, the email to read through. I mean, I think that you need to have that workshop and go through them, and if you did, I'd like to be involved. So you can see some of my notes. People are paying very well, I think. We had quite a few people that were tax acquired that we did quit claim back this past year. I did just lien on August 8th, 118 people for the current tax year, which is less than what we usually lien. So that was good. I've got 2 mobile homes in this that are in the trailer park. One that she's got one more payment to make. She's worked really hard. Now she's signed up for homestead, so she won't have hardly a bill next year. I also have another one in there that's making some payments, and also signed up for homestead, so they won't have much next year. So we're trying to get those cleaned up. And besides that, I think it does warrant going through. You can read my writing in there. You'll see some of them that have made payments, and some notes I had put on some that I think a workshop would be good to just go through them all individually.
Okay,
I would agree with that.
so let's do this sooner than later, I guess. Do we want to do something, we're not meeting on the 30th. That's 2 weeks from tonight. So we want to go through that, because I know that there was some discussion about this TIF thing that we're trying to sort out as well, so we might have to take some action by the end of the month. So, is everybody available for?
Either 23rd or 30th, I can make either. Would work for you two to be there.
Yeah.
So let's plan on, okay, so coverage, we yanked you in here, right?
Yes, you did.
We just
He's
want to
out
make
there.
sure that there's coverage.
Yeah, okay.
So the
Well,
30th would be better because the 29th she should be.
She should be
Yeah,
Yeah.
so let's schedule it for the 3rd.
Sure.
So once you guys make a decision and you do the workshop, then what I'd like to do after the fact is take the pieces, if you decide to do it, and just go back and make sure we have, we dot our i's and cross our t's, we have our lien, and then our foreclosure notices, and put them all together and make sure we have everything before you
Okay.
have the option, just to work covered.
Time?
I'm available most of the time, so.
5.
So we want to do it at
If we
5?
can start at 5, that would be great. Because it's going to take some time.
Yeah, let's just give Matt a heads up so that we make sure that we're covered in the lobby that night, so. Okay?
Perfect.
Thank you very much. It's almost out of your,
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good
Well,
learning
no, but
experience. I
it's-
enjoy it.
it's not in your job description, but you've done a wonderful job in the last
Well, thank you.
couple of weeks of getting this done.
Well, we all have to work together to get it done.
Everybody's done a good job here in the office as far as getting this all compounded, but.
I'm getting there.
yeah.
So this is also, can I just put a little shout out for my tax club? This is the last week to sign up for the tax club.
Yeah.
So it starts, I have to have the forms in by September 1st if somebody wants to join.
Okay.
I will add to that too, the 65 and older tax club or state help here is, the paperwork is out here in the office and on the computer, and there have been many sign up for it, so it is something
Yeah,
that is.
so let's just quickly recap LD 290 as
Yeah,
they
I think
refer
so.
to it, right? Is you have to be 65. You have to have 10 years of homestead that you can prove, right? And then you qualify. So it will not take effect until next tax year, so it's April 1st of 2023. So the taxes, the first tax bill that you would see any flat impact on would be this time next year, because we're just getting ready to send tax bills out here in the next month, right? So it'll be a year from now before you get a tax bill that will be quote-unquote flat. And there's a whole bunch of unanswered questions relative to Maine revenue and what happens if one person is 65, but the other person is 64 or 60, and, you know, so, you know, when it's in a joint ownership, so both people have to be 65. Anyway, so some of that stuff will get sorted out.
You also have to apply every year, correct?
Yeah, you have to apply every single year.
Yep.
Unlike homestead exemption,
One
you
to
apply
nine.
once, or veterans exemption, you apply once, so,
And the state isn't got funding enough to cover the whole state, so.
right,
yeah,
so.
it's gotta be handled when
But
they
the
come back.
next legislature may or may not put 100% reimbursement in the budget. So we're, a lot of unanswered questions. So, anyway, so we will move on. We're gonna push old business to next meeting. And we need to discuss, vote to approve the minutes of August 2nd.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Pending decisions, we do have referendum questions. We're gonna have a charter commission question. We will have a selectman election. And we'll also potentially have the acceptance of a TIF district within the town. But that's all being worked now, and we'll have to make a decision of whether or not we move forward with that question. Other than that, any items you want to see on the agenda?
You got a question up back.
Just the road review meeting that we had, the two roads that were on the list for the public hearing coming up was Bennett Hill and Chadbourne Ridge. And those, the dirt section of Chadbourne and the dirt section of Bennett Hill. Winter closures
Yeah.
from
Yes, could be done.
December 1st, middle of December.
Well,
Some
the
of
discussion was really mud season, right? So, but do we want to prevent traveling in the winter months, I guess is really the question. So we'll have to have that discussion with, you know, between you and Matt, you know, and there's a road review committee. They have a recommendation. They want to do it December 1, December 30th.
Yeah, I mean, the talk was December 1st to like May 1st.
Okay.
You know, April is pretty muddy.
Let's just double check the state law that says that
We can do that.
we can, how long we can do that. I don't know if there is a clause in there that, but I know that there's a certain period of time that we have to hold a public hearing and then vote on it. So I just want to make sure that there's no clause in the state law that says, oh, you can only do it for X amount of months, right?
Yep.
So,
The public hearing is scheduled for the next meeting.
okay. So, yeah, I mean, let's just double check if that's the request of the road review committee. We're gonna get feedback from the public, presumably.
We can push the public hearing to the second week, or the second meeting in September, right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think
Make a
as
deadline on that.
long as it's done by
October
October,
1st.
yes,
right?
so yes.
Yep.
All right, so let's just sort through, make sure that we've got all of the i's dotted and the t's crossed.
Yep.
If the recommendation from the road review is in fact 12/1 to May 1, then let's just make sure that we're not caught in the middle there, so. Is that the answer?
Yep.
legislative body of the municipality may designate that certain roads or portions be closed for winter maintenance. Under the law, maintenance of a road can be discontinued for blah, blah, blah. The law specifies that some of the steps taken between May 1 and October 1 to be safe. We recommend the entire process be done in that time period, so from May 1st to October 1st. I don't see anything in here that would suggest there's a time limit of how long we can
You
close
want
it.
the MRSA? I have that.
This specifically says the legislative body, which now is the Board of Selectmen, may designate certain roads or portions be closed to winter maintenance. So, I guess the definition would be, what is winter maintenance, right?
Plowing.
As
So,
I said, plowing,
plow, salt,
salting,
sand.
yeah.
Plowing, salting,
Yep.
That'd be almost like your ATV. They
Right.
can't run on the trails after first snow.
Yep.
public hearing to discuss the list of proposed winter closings. There must be, it must place written notice of this hearing in some conspicuous public place at least 7 days before the hearing. Oh, also gives us the option to do a winter road closing can run from 1 to 10 years.
So we don't have to keep doing this every year?
Right.
Wow.
So let's go through that and make sure that we get that all posted. We got 3 weeks before the next meeting,
Right.
right?
I see that stuff. Please.
Okay, anything else? If nothing else, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor? Good night.